Movement 4, meaning mortality, wisdom, and the long road. Dear Ada, by the time you reach this movement, something essential has taken shape within you. You have learned to see yourself. You have learned to see the world. You have learned to love with greater discernment and tenderness. Now you step into the part of life that asks a different question. What will you do with all of this? Movement 4 is the realm of meaning, not as abstraction, but as lived experience. It is where life asks you to decide what matters, what you will stand for, what you will build, what you will carry, what you will release, and who you will become in the process. This movement is quieter, more spacious, more demanding in its honesty. It is where the long arc of your life begins to reveal its shape. Here you will explore how responsibility becomes the doorway to purpose, how clarity is not a destination, but an inner architecture you must keep tending, how suffering, when met with courage, becomes a teacher rather than a thief, how failure can refine what success cannot, how self-deception blinds us, and how honesty frees us, how values shape identity far more deeply than emotion or ambition, how meaning grows through what you commit to, not what you dream about, how learning becomes a lifelong posture rather than a task, how mortality clarifies everything, not to frighten you, but to awaken you, how life is, in the end, your answer to the question the world asks of you, how joy and gratitude deepen through awareness, not accumulation, how sufficiency, not excess, creates peace, how perspective softens fear and steadies the heart, how noise must be resisted if the soul is to remain intact, how to build a life you do not need to escape from, how service becomes a form of strength, how the raw materials of living, joy, suffering, time, work, love, can be shaped into coherence, how a meaningful life is measured backwards, by how you will have wished to have lived when you stand at the end of the road. This movement is where your life begins to integrate, where the lessons of identity, clarity, and love form something whole. Movement 4 is not about finding meaning. Meaning is not discovered buried in the world. It is grown through responsibility, through intention, through the way you choose to carry your days. It is also where you begin to walk with the awareness of mortality, not morbidly, but wisely. Mortality sharpens attention. It reveals what is trivial and what is essential. It reminds you that time is not a possession, but a gift you shape through choice. As you step into these letters, slow your pace. Let your life feel wide. Let your questions deepen. Let your heart steady itself for the long road. This is the movement where becoming meets wisdom, where the self matures, where your life begins to take on the weight, the depth, and the quiet radiance of meaning. Walk gently, Ada. Walk bravely. This is the part of the journey that reveals who you truly are. A friend on the road ahead.